Hello, everyone. My name is Emma, and this is my story. It's not a story of fame or fortune. It's a story of survival, of love, loss, and the promises we make when life takes away everything else. I was 19 when my world fell apart. That morning, my sisters and I woke up to the smell of pancakes, the kind my mom always made on Sundays. It was supposed to be just another day, but it wasn't. By nightfall, both my parents were gone. A truck had rammed into their car on their way back from the city. One moment, they were laughing on the phone with me. The next, I was staring at two lifeless bodies wrapped in white sheets. People say time heals everything, but it doesn't. You just learn to hide the scars where no one can see them. I remember holding my three sisters, Mia, Lily, and Rose, while they cried into my shoulders. Mia was 15, Lily was 12, and little Rose, just 6. That night, I made a promise to them. I said, "You'll never have to worry. I'll take care of us." I didn't know how I would do it. I just knew I had to. After the funeral, everything fell on me. Bills, school fees, rent, things I had never even thought about before I quit college. Sold my laptop and took a job at a diner washing dishes. The pay was low, the hours long, but it kept us alive. Every night, I'd come home to find my sisters asleep, books open beside them, lights still on. I'd tuck them in, kiss their foreheads, and whisper, "You're safe. I've got you." Life has a way of testing promises. When the diner closed down, I was left with nothing again. Rent was due. Rose got sick. The medicine alone cost more than what we had left. One night, I saw an ad for a taxi driver job. It said, "No degree needed, flexible hours, good pay." I didn't even have a driver's license back then. But that night, I made up my mind. I was going to learn. It wasn't easy being a girl in a taxi business. People laughed when they saw me in the driver's seat. Some refused to get in, but I didn't care. Every mile I drove was a step closer to keeping my promise. The first few months were hard. I worked from sunrise to midnight. Sometimes I'd sleep in the car because I was too tired to go home. But the nights, they were the hardest. The city looked beautiful under its lights, but for me, it was a battlefield. Drunk passengers, rude customers, endless roads. Still, every time I thought of quitting, I'd remember Rose's little voice saying, "Emma, will you come to my school play?" I never missed a single one, because I wasn't just their sister anymore. I was their mother, their father, their everything. Not everyone was kind. One night, a group of men tried to harass me in the car. I can still hear their laughter, but I fought back. I drove straight to the nearest police station and screamed until someone helped. People asked me later, "Why didn't you just quit?" I said, "Because fear doesn't feed my sisters." Every time I'd look into the mirror and see my tired eyes, I'd remind myself, this is what strength looks like. And slowly life began to change. Mia got a scholarship. Lily started painting and even sold her first artwork online. And Rose, my little sunshine, topped her class. I used to watch them while they studied, and I'd whisper to myself, maybe I'm not failing after all. We didn't have much, but we had each other. Our house was small, our meals simple, but laughter found its way back into our lives. Sometimes I'd come home at 2 a.m., exhausted and covered in dust, and find a note on the fridge, "Love you, Emma." Dinner in the microwave. Little things kept me alive. It was raining the night I met Aaron. He was my passenger, quiet, polite, a little lost. He sat in the back, looking out at the rain. After a few minutes, he asked softly, "Do you ever get tired of driving?" I smiled. "Every day. But I don't have a choice." Something about that ride felt different. He started booking my taxi again and again. Sometimes just to talk. He learned about my sisters, my parents, my dreams. He never judged me for being a taxi driver. And slowly, I began to feel something I hadn't felt in years. Hope. But hope is fragile. One evening, Aaron offered me something I never expected. He said, "Emma, I want to take you and your sisters away from this. I'll take care of you. You've done enough." Sounded like a dream, but dreams have a price. Because if I accepted his help, it would mean breaking my promise that I'd stand on my own, that my sisters would never have to depend on anyone else. I looked him in the eyes and said, "Aaron, I'm grateful, but I can't. My life isn't mine yet. It belongs to my sisters." He didn't say anything. He just nodded with eyes full of something between love and sadness. The next week, he moved to another city for work. We never spoke again. I cried for nights after that. But deep down, I knew I did the right thing years past. I saved every penny I could, bought a second-hand car, then another. Slowly, I started a small taxi service, Emma's Ride. I hired women who, like me, needed a chance, widows, single mothers, girls who were told they couldn't do it. Within a year, we had 6 cars on the road. For the first time in forever, I felt proud, not just of myself, but of every woman who refused to give up. Mia graduated with honors. Lily got into art school. Rose, my little girl, told me she wanted to become a doctor. I still drive sometimes, not because I have to, but because it reminds me where I came from. Last winter, I drove one last passenger before hanging up my keys, an old man. Quiet, kind eyes. As he got out, he said, "You remind me of my daughter. She was strong, like you." When I got home that night, my sisters had planned a surprise. The living room was filled with candles and photos of our parents, our childhood, our journey. Rose hugged me and said, "You did it, Emma. You kept your promise." And for the first time in years, I allowed myself to cry, not from pain, but from peace. If you're listening to this story right now, and if you've ever felt like life took too much from you, I want you to remember something. You're stronger than you think. Sometimes, love isn't about romance or comfort. Sometimes, love is driving through the night so the people you care about can wake up to a better morning. I'm still Emma, a girl who drives, who dreams, who fights. I've lost a lot, but I've gained more than I could ever imagine. And if my parents could see me now, I think they'd say, "You kept your promise, my girl." To everyone out there fighting their silent battles, keep going, because sometimes the road that breaks you is the same road that builds you.